central monopolist with another central monopolist. A lot of commercial banks aren't terribly excited about that. Maybe you're going to have to give some ownership. Maybe you'll have to give 50% of your ownership to the 20 banks that are now, part of this. I mean, there are other ways to build incentive systems. Maybe you put a native token in there, and you give them the native token. So there may be other incentive ways to beat the current monopolist. But I, having been around commercial banks for a long time, they really are looking for ways to replace their aggregators in their back office, whether it's clearing, settlement, exchanges, credit agencies. But they are deeply understanding, because they are pretty ambitious and very good at making money as well. They deeply understand that every idea that's pitched to them is somebody who currently is small but wants to get big and gain market power. So they're also always thinking about how to ensure that there's a check to slow down your startup from gaining market power 5, 10, and 15 years from now. They don't want you to be the next clearinghouse like the Chicago Mercantile Exchange or Intercontinental Exchange. They don't want you to be the next central node of market power. So you might share some of that with them, or you might find an incentive system.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event, and now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks pulling back. And you can clearly look at the actual indicators. Now, yesterday, we had the hype around Ethereum futures ETFs launching. And we know that was strategic because all of them launched at the same time. Now we have Honda, the automobile giant, now accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum for payment. And we know Japan is one of the first places they started the 4th Industrial Revolution. Do not forget to watch my Society 5.0 videos. Now I'm back on the stock channel. I'm going to try to give you at least 4 videos per week, but I uploaded a video today, guys. Make sure you go catch it. Now, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates which are rising, not seen since 2007. And we're going to see how long they allow these yield rates to rise. But we know if yield rates keep rising, it's going to crush the economy. Not just stocks. It's going to crush the whole economy. And then we have the dollar getting stronger. And we know that's hurting the emerging markets, but we know they have a plan. And that's crypto. Now in crypto, our volume is slightly up. We have Tether and USDC, and we have Tether's treasury received 2 $50 million USDT lump sums from Bitfinex. And we know what that's called, the printing press. Now guys, we have the Fed repo at 1.3 trillion yesterday. Make sure you watch it today. If it goes up, we know they're going to be manipulating yields down. If it goes down, that means they're going to keep letting these yield rates rise because we know most countries do not want U.S. paper long term. Now we have the IMF playing the Hegelian dialectic, assessing the risk for crypto assets. And I'm telling you right now, guys, crypto would take the blame for the next banking crisis. We know the NWO are the master magicians. We know 0% interest rates and money printing got us in this mess. And then also raising rates so fast and keeping rates higher for longer is now destroying the economy. Create the problem, wait for the reaction, and run in with the solution. And we know what the solution is. Programmable money, universal basic income, and the machine takeover. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sent about $22.8 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Chainlink unveils data streams to reduce latency and expands decentralized computing. And basically, they're going to speed up the financial data for derivative products. Now, we have Singapore awards major payment institutional license to Signum Bank subsidiary. Also, we have the CFTC chair turns his focus to getting ahead of DeFi. And guys, we know DeFi is definitely the new banking, so we know the big banks want to be in control of it. Remember, guys, 99% of these cryptos are not going to make it. And we know they're going to put in laws in place, regulations in place to make sure that happens. Remember what Gary Gensler stated? The banking system is a monopoly. They'll take your technology and use it, but you're definitely not going to take it over. And we know that to be facts. Now we have JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon says AI can be used in every single process of operations at the company. And we know AI, robots, algorithms, and drones were set up 20 years ago to take this economy over. And that's the reason why unions have been the focus. Remember, humanity right now has control. Once they put the machines in place and they're able to run the economy, majority of humanity is going to lose control of providing for themselves. And like Jerome Powell stated, a lot of people are going to be left behind. That's the reason why it's so important to understand this technology and don't get distracted on things that don't matter. Now we have Visa to invest $100 million in generative AI. And lastly, guys, we have the Bankman going to court, jury selections. And we know it's in New York for a reason. He's on stage. Get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. Because there's definitely something bigger that's about to happen. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.